What's the story behind ALOHA?
Okay, so ALOHA is a brand concept that came about through the need for funding for our non-profit organisation, A Liquid Future, that was set up in Indonesia 6 years ago, and also through wanting to set up a platform that reached out to the crowd with a visible product that provoked reflection, that provoked connection to oneself, to other people, that shared knowledge, and helped us think about what we can do together for the planet. ALOHA and A Liquid Future both believe that through sharing knowledge and different perceptions, different ideas, different ways of doing things, that we can find solutions to the problems that we're facing today, from environmental degradation to climate change, etc. And that contextualizing these problems with very different ways of thinking and very different approaches is very effective, and that we can't find the solutions in isolation or just using one perception or one way of doing things, but these shared perceptions and ideas create incredible innovation and ideas.
What does ALOHA mean?
Okay, so we're based in Morotai in Eastern Indonesia, very small islands, and the local language there is Bahasa Galela, and ALOHA is from the local language, and it means happiness, hang loose, joy, which is actually just incredible. It's in the Pacific Ocean, and Hawaii's, you know, across the other side of the Pacific, and you have ALOHA there. But in Morotai, in their local language, they have ALOHA, and they say Morotai ALOHA.
Morotai ALOHA.
And it's this happy, resilient, joyful attitude to life. So that's what it means in their language, and it always comes with a smile. And it's, I guess, a belief that things are going to be okay if you have a positive, happy attitude and hang loose and kind of work together, that things are going to be okay.
Yeah. And with this specific campaign, what are you aiming for? Yeah, what is your plan with the launch of ALOHA?
Okay, so as you can see, it's on t-shirts. So we're launching a range of 4 t-shirts which reflect some Indonesian perspectives and approaches to life, and also just some fun information and scientific facts as well. And we're doing it to raise funds for A Liquid Future, and specifically to advocate for a marine tourism zone to be established along the east coast of Morotai, so that sustainable tourism could be developed within that, and be given a structure for it. And we need a home base. So we're aiming to raise $2,000, which would enable us to renovate a building, equip it and staff it. And this is really what the local people want. They don't want to lose their identity on an individual level, on a community level, an island level, to outside developers and tourism that may come in. Currently, Morotai is a fairly pristine island, stunning mountainous jungle, untouched, pristine oceans and waters. But last year, the Indonesian president and the government chose Morotai as one of 10 destinations in Indonesia to be fast-tracked for tourism development. So it's happening. Investment is coming in the south of Morotai, more from the Chinese. This East Coast zone is still quite free. There are waves there, and it's the opportunity to show and give a great example of what tourism could do for a place, and how it could enhance the reality of locals' lives. And I suppose we also chose ALOHA because that's the example we want to give. It's the example the local people want to give of who they are and how they feel and where they're from, and also visiting foreigners, tourists, how they feel when they come there. And we don't want that lost, to outside developers. And also relating to waves and to surfing, if a marine tourism zone or something of that nature could be established, it would be a wonderful structure which a new example of surf tourism could then be developed that moves more towards sustainable models and realities with the local communities at the forefront of it, driving it. And I think for things like that to happen, it's not going to be that the locals can do all of that or that outsiders can come in and do all of that. It's got to be something that's done together, isn't it? And so I think that's sort of what ALOHA is too. And it's why now it's so important, because it's going to change, it's going to happen, and it's really just how it happens, not if it happens, but how. And so, you know, I think anything's possible, and if people connect and they do share ideas and knowledge, then we can do really great, wonderful things, and I think that feels really good.